Welcome to Mindful Chatting, a podcast where therapy meets real life. I'm Kristen, a therapist, business owner, and a lifelong student of what it means to fully show up in our relationships, in our work, and in our healing. Here, we unpack mental health concepts, explore mindfulness tools, and talk through the messy, beautiful, in-between moments that shape us. Whether you're a fellow clinician, a curious listener, or someone navigating your own growth, this space is for you. Let's chat. Hey there, welcome back to Mindful Chatting. It's Thursday, which means it's time for Thoughtful Thursdays. And this is our midweek moment to kind of slow down, get honest, and reflect on something real. So let's grab that warm drink, wrap up in a blanket if that's your vibe, and let's drop in together for just a few minutes. This weekend session, I sat with a couple who's been together for nearly over 20 years, and both of them had experienced trauma in past relationships, whether that be betrayal, emotional abuse, feeling like they weren't enough. And they've built a life together that's safe and stable. But in the middle of this conversation about communication, something surprising came up, and we're going to get into what that is. So stick around. So the husband had this casual, friendly interaction with this neighbor, and it had been going on for a while. And let's just be honest, it was just being polite, nothing flirtatious. But his wife, well, she felt deeply unsettled by this. And not because she didn't trust him. She actually said, I know he'd never cheat on me. It was the other woman who made her feel threatened. The neighbor, her presence, her energy, her confidence. And that's where this hit me. She wasn't afraid of being betrayed by her partner. She was afraid that someone else still had the power to shake what she worked so hard to feel safe in. Now, here's the deeper piece I want to share with you today. Sometimes we redirect our fear. We shift our focus onto the other woman or the outside threat because it feels safer than confronting the scary possibility that our partner might hurt us. It's not that we actually believe they will. It's that if they did, it would break us. So we protect our relationship by creating a villain outside of it. We say it's her. She's too flirty. She's too confident. She's trying to get something. Because it feels easier than saying, if something goes wrong, it'll be you, and I don't want to face that. For any clinicians tuning in, if insurance billing is the part of your practice that drains your soul, Headway will be your best friend. They get you credentialed, send you referrals, manage your billing, submit your claims, all the stuff none of us went to grad school for. It's free to join, and honestly, it's been a huge support for therapists who want to take insurance without drowning in the administration part. My link is in the show notes if you want to check it out. See, this isn't about blame. It's about survival. When betrayal trauma lives in your body, you learn to track risk. And one of the ways we protect ourselves is by placing the danger outside of the relationship. So we don't have to question the person we love. So we don't have to question ourselves. But here's the truth. When we constantly make other people the threat, we give away our own power. We give outsiders more influence than they deserve. We allow strangers to shake our sense of security just by existing. And we miss the real work, which is in saying, I trust you, but when something feels threatening, I need you to help me feel anchored again. Not because they owe us proof, but because relationships after trauma require co-regulation, not just self-reassurance. So if you ever found yourself obsessing over another person's presence, if you've ever felt powerless in a dynamic that didn't even involve your partner doing anything wrong, here's what I want you to know. You're not crazy. You're not insecure. You're remembering what it felt like to be blindsided. And now your brain is doing whatever it can to make sure that never happens again. But you don't have to live in that loop. You can come back into your power. You can stop outsourcing your peace to other people. You can say, I've been hurt, but I'm not going to let that past wound define how safe I feel today. Here's a quick note for my clinicians listening. If you're looking for a charting and practice management system that doesn't make you want to scream, well, guess what? I use Therapy Notes. It's clean, reliable, HIPAA compliant, and honestly saves me hours every week. You can try it with my link in the show notes. So, before we end this, you are not broken for having big reactions. You are not weak for needing reassurance. You are not naive for trusting someone again. And you are not small because another person walked into the room and made you feel something. You are powerful enough to stay rooted in your truth, even when old fears try to pull you away from it. Thank you for being here with me on this Thoughtful Thursday. And remember, be kind to your mind and your nervous system. One more thing before you go, and this helps me personally, staying present and grounded, which we all need, especially when your brain wants to spiral into disconnection. Me too. It's Brain FM. It's musically designed to help ADHD brains, well, really anyone's brain, focus, relax, or sleep, and I use it almost daily. If you want to try it, I've dropped my link in the show notes. And if you're looking for planning tools or ADHD-friendly resources, I'll keep a list of my favorite links in every episode.